Managing client expectation is a skill I had to learn the hard way. Here are some of the biggest mistakes I made and how I fixed them. Number one is not setting clear boundaries early on. One of the biggest mistakes I made was not setting clear boundaries early on. I think when we are starting businesses or new service offerings or whatever, we want to be super available. We want to be like, anytime you need anything, right? I would have clients message me at like 10 p.m. and I would message them back. This led to clients expecting immediate responses, even if it was a Saturday night at like 11 p.m. And so to fix this, I communicated my working hours and my availability super clearly every time I brought on a new client. I actually even included in the contracts. I agree. I recommend that you include your availability in contracts, when you'll be responding, how quickly you'll respond. For us, we've said, look, here are our working hours, and I'll tell you, ours even currently are 9 to 5 Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday, excluding holidays. And we have a 24-hour response time, and our communication channels are Slack, right? For you, you need to have your own version. Like, is your communication channel email? Is it like a group, like one of these like online community groups? Is it support tickets? Is it Slack, right? Is it one-to-one calls? Whatever it may be, but just setting those expectations and those boundaries clear just lets your client know. Your client doesn't probably want to like push beyond your boundary. They just don't know where it is and what to expect unless you tell them. So setting those up like straight away, like on your first like onboarding or kickoff call with a new client, super important. Number two, overpromising to win clients. Another mistake I made when I was younger in my businesses was that I tried to be everything to everybody. And I said, yes, I'll do this, this, and this, and all these things out of scope. And it'll work in 5 minutes, guaranteed. And I think what ends up happening is everybody's going to be disappointed, right? Your client is going to have these wild, outlandish expectations. You're going to have this crazy pressure that even if you met them, it's going to probably crush you to get there. And so what I would advise doing is actually setting realistic expectations, maybe even setting the bar lower. I always set my bar nice on the floor so I look like an Olympian jumping over it, instead of setting it incredibly high, or some people even lie. They make outlandish claims just to win business. Don't do that. I know it's tempting. I know if you want your first client, it's super tempting. Don't lie. If somebody says, hey, is this guaranteed to work in the next 7 days? You could say no, but I think it will, right? Like, I think you can just be honest with people. And I know it's hard to do that, but I think the clients you actually want long-term are the ones who have reasonable and realistic expectations. And set those realistic expectations and then focus on blowing past them and continuing to improve what the expectation can be instead of overpromising, hyping up what you're doing, lying. Lying's not cool. Hot take, I know it's not cool to lie. But yeah, that's what I would recommend. Okay. Oh, and then the third thing I would do, and one of the biggest mistakes I made when, managing client expectations, is lack of regular updates. So when I was like first in business, I would have clients come in, they would like start our programs or our services, and we just kind of like would do the work in the background. And we were doing so much work. It's crazy. Like a lot of work, but because clients weren't getting regular updates on where their project was, kind of like what the updates were, how the progress was, they felt like they were in the dark. And in their mind, especially if you have some sort of service-based remote business, they're like, you're not even doing anything, right? And I'm sure you as a business owner or a service provider are super frustrated with this because you know how hard you worked on all that stuff. You know the hours that went into that and the labor, and potentially you had to hire team people to help you out. You spent money and time and effort, but they don't know. So I think having regular progress reports with your clients and regular touch points, if you don't have a way to do progress reports, is going to help you keep your clients informed and engaged. And they're also going to be more appreciative of the hard work you are doing. So I think a regular update, if you need a cadence, things that I've used pretty well is at a bare minimum, like a monthly meet with your client, just to say like, hey, this is what's happening. This is where we're at. This is what we're doing next month. That's like as simple as it could be. We do things like sending weekly reports, having like, scheduled calls like once to twice a month. But again, whatever works for you is fine. It just needs to be regular and it needs to be consistent. So yeah, those are some of the biggest mistakes I've made and that I've seen when it comes to managing client expectations and how I fix them over 15, 16 years of owning businesses like this. So if I missed one, let me know. If you found this helpful, like the video. And if you want more videos like this, subscribe and comment below. Yes, I want more videos like this. And if you don't want more videos like this, comment below. Yes, I want more videos like this. See? Yeah, that'll work. That'll work, I think. All right. Bye. Thank you. Bye.